I'd like to begin by reading something from this issue of Foreign Affairs. This is the winter 1992-93, the current issue of Foreign Affairs, the journal that Time magazine calls the most influential journal in print. Very important issue, this one, because the whole issue is dedicated to advice for President Clinton. And one of the advice columns is by Secretary General of the United Nations, Boutros Ghali, entitled Empowering the United Nations. Empowering the United Nations. That is a term you will hear a lot these days, empowering, and you'll hear it a lot in conjunction with the United Nations. But Boutros Ghali says this: a new chapter in the history of the United Nations has begun. With newfound appeal, the World Organization is being utilized with greater frequency and growing urgency. The new era has brought new credibility to the United Nations. Together, the international community and the UN Secretariat need to seize this extraordinary opportunity to expand, adapt, and reinvigorate the work of the United Nations so that the lofty goals, as originally envisioned by the Charter, can begin to be realized. Unfortunately, for far too many of our fellow Americans, this is acceptable. In fact, many of them believe that indeed it is wonderful that the United Nations has received a newfound respect, a newfound reinvigoration. Everywhere one looks today, evidence of this newfound importance for the UN is evident. Boutros Ghali says in the same article, since 1988, 14 new peacekeeping operations have been established. In the first half of 1992 alone, the number of UN soldiers and police officers has increased fourfold. By the end of the year, they will exceed 50,000. Actually, they're ahead of schedule. It's now over 60,000. And last week, we heard from the State Department, Defense Department, White House that 25,000 U.S. troops under NATO command may be sent into Yugoslavia under UN command. We are told 5,000 U.S. troops in Somalia may be left behind under UN command, not under the U.S. flag, but under UN flag. More troops may soon be headed to Bosnia, then to Sudan, Cambodia, Korea, Angola, Afghanistan, and on and on. We have seen a quantum leap in this past year in United Nations military strength, in United Nations power, and it appears that there is no end in sight. This is an Associated Press article. The headline reads, "Time for UN to wage war to win peace. End of Cold War may spur stronger world government." And the article casts several scenarios. It begins by suggesting that late in the next decade, at the end of this decade, the United States and the Soviet Union will be complete partners around the globe, sending our troops together under the United Nations flag to quell uprisings and civil war around the world. The United States and the Soviet Union, or Russia, together as partners in the new world order. As I mentioned, I've been traveling around the country speaking in various communities. I was up in New England and then in New York, and while I was in Connecticut, this was given to me in one of my speeches in Middletown, Connecticut. And this is a flyer from Hartford, Connecticut, from the Hartford World Affairs Council. On virtually every night of the week during the week of April 1st, April 3rd through the 7th, they have different events on the United Nations and the New World Order. This particular one here is Ambassador Charles Hill, Office of the Secretary General of the United Nations, under the title of his speech, "The Search for a New World Order." This is at the Hartford Seminary. Another one at the Hartford Plaza. the International Monetary Fund in Eastern Europe by Jorge Ordines, Senior Public Affairs Officer of the International Monetary Fund, which is, of course, an adjunct of the United Nations. I've just come out from California, and all my stops there, again, I see the same thing. In each community, the United Nations and programs on a new world order occurring almost every evening. This was in the Middletown Press on April 1st, and on the front page there's an article here showing a photograph of Michael Manley, the socialist former Prime Minister of Jamaica, who was speaking at Wesleyan University that night on the topic, the New World Order. And Mr. Manley was calling for giving the United Nations new powers for peacekeeping, new powers for controlling and regulating the economy, and new powers for regulating the environment. I should give you a few more examples of this. For those of you who aren't aware of this ferment going on around us, this organized attempt to really stir up new support for the United Nations. This is an advertisement that appeared in the New York Times recently. It shows a picture here of John Anderson. It says, John Anderson, 1980 presidential candidate, asks your support for a UN World Federation. World peace requires world laws. Global problems require global governance. Join John Anderson now in working to transform the United Nations into an empowered democratic world federation with, and then it goes on to list global legislative powers, executive powers, and judicial powers. The World Federalist Association, of course, used to be known as United World Federalists. They've been one of the premier world government promoting organizations for much of this century. And this is a petition which they have been circulating across the country, a petition on strengthening the United Nations. It's been circulated and getting petitions all across the country, sending to their congressmen, to their senators, to the president, calling on strengthening the United Nations. In July of this past year, Time magazine carried a 2-page editorial by Strobe Talbot, editor-at-large of Time. This was, of course, President Clinton's roommate at Oxford University. Strobe Talbot, of course, member of the World Government Promoting Council on Foreign Relations, Trilateral Commission. In this article entitled Birth of the Global Nation, Mr. Talbot says, it has taken the events in our own wondrous and terrible century to clinch the case for world government. He says, federalism has already proved the most successful of all political experiments, and organizations like the World Federalist Association, who is circulating this, have for decades advocated it as the basis for global government. So we see in the major establishment media, and then from organizations like the World Constitution and Parliament Association, has been also sending out these invitations, an urgent invitation to all organizations and individuals on planet Earth. World Constitution and Parliament Association, organizing agent for Provisional World Parliament and for Global Ratification and Elections Network. They're calling on the peoples of the world, politicians, political leaders, to enact more power, transfer more power to the United Nations so that we can have a world government. Here we have from another major world government promoting organization called the Association of World Citizens. This is their regular publication, The World Citizen. They are active in the schools and the churches, trying to get across the idea that we are no longer citizens of our own country, we are citizens of the world, we should empower the United Nations. And then that is kind of expected from organizations that have been traditionally pro-world government, but it is rather shocking when one sees it in even an organization like the American Legion. This is their current issue of American Legion magazine. There's an article in here, A Better Way to Keep the Peace. The subtitle says, instead of relying on U.S. military, the United Nations should form its own permanent standing force. And the promotion here is for a world army under the United Nations. Interestingly, the author of the article is Timothy Stanley, president of International Economic Studies Institute in Washington, D.C. They don't mention it here, but you will find it if you look in the annual report of the Council on Foreign Relations, it's no surprise that Mr. Stanley is a member of this World Government Promoting Organization. I'll get to the importance of that momentarily. But we see, these are just a few examples that we could point to. If you, some of you in here, if you occasionally watch CNN, you may have noticed the week before last on CNN, one of the most blatant propaganda pieces for world government under a program entitled Our Planetary Police, in which CNN enthusiastically promoted this whole idea of the United Nations peacekeepers and United Nations environmental regulators becoming a planetary police force. A planetary police state is really, in effect, what they were promoting. And currently, a United States Commission on Improving the Effectiveness of the United Nations, established by an act of Congress, is traveling across the country holding quote-unquote hearings at which only selected testifiers are invited to come forward and give their testimony, and virtually all of them so far, there have been 5 of these hearings. The 6th one will be taking place on April 16th in Chicago. And at virtually all of these hearings, we have had members of the World Affairs Council, members of the United Nations Association, members of the United World Federalists, members of the Council on Foreign Relations have been the people who have been testifying. And at the end of these hearings, then this testimony will be presented to the President and to the Congress as the consensus of American opinion on empowering the United Nations. And those of you who are familiar with these organizations and individuals, it doesn't take too much thinking to understand or to speculate as to what they will recommend. Obviously, they are going to be pushing for more and more power to the United Nations. President George Bush, of course, has almost made New World Order his middle name during his presidency. And many people believed that this whole phrase, the New World Order, which was falling from his lips so frequently that many people began to wonder what was going on during the time of, particularly during the time of the Persian Gulf War. We were told by Time and by Newsweek and other major media that this was a phrase that President Bush had dreamed up while he was out fishing off of Kennebunkport. Another media account said, well, this was something that he had thought up while he was out on the links playing golf. Again, in Kennebunkport, he was out there and all of a sudden it popped into his mind, why not a new world order? We have been pointing out for many years in our magazine, New American, and in its predecessors, American Opinion and Review of the News, that the term the New World Order has been synonymous for most of this century with the movement, the goal of world government. And it has been used as such, and we have recorded it as such from Fabian socialists and one-worlders and communist leaders for most of this century in its use, from H.G. Wells to Richard Gardner to Fidel Castro to Mikhail Gorbachev. We've recorded over and over again. When George Bush began using this term, it was not a new term, it was not something he had dreamed up. He was simply putting into common usage something which had been a code word for many years, signifying the movement towards world government. 30 years ago, some 30 years ago, the John Birch Society initiated a campaign. We had bumper stickers and billboards and pamphlets and posters all across the country with the slogan, "Get us out of the United Nations and get the United Nations out of the United States." That was a lonely campaign back in the late 1950s when it began, because back at that time, the Gallup poll, which was carrying an annual public opinion poll on the American public's view of the United Nations, recorded that in 1959, about almost 9 out of 10 Americans had a very positive image of the United Nations. I think it was around 87%. I go into it in my book and record the annual results of that poll. However, something happened during the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. We saw American public perception and support in favor of the United Nations on a continuous downward trend, very precipitous decline for 30 years, from a high of almost 90% down to the late 80s when it was in 1987, 1988, down to around 20%. What had happened during that time? Well, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of Americans, perhaps like you, like me, I was once an avid supporter of the United Nations, began to get wise to what was going on. We saw that the United Nations, far from being a forum for world peace and promoting brotherhood and goodwill among nations and among peoples, was just the opposite. It was being used by third world dictators, communists, socialists, Marxists, and other kind of ideological totalitarians, using the rostrum of the United Nations to come forward and attack one another, and primarily to attack target numero uno, the United States. We were pilloried and rebuked and insulted in every manner, from the podium at the United Nations General Assembly, even in the Security Council. And that was not all. We were voted against on virtually every issue. Terrorist organizations were supported both publicly with endorsements and with money by the United Nations. Various dictators around the world were showered with dollars pumped through the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, and other United Nations organizations. And the insult of it all was we were paying for it. We had one vote in the General Assembly, one vote in the Security Council, yet we paid 25 to 35% of the budget of the main United Nations dues, as well as all of the various organizations, the alphabet soup of bureaucracies within the United Nations. So Americans began to get tired of the United Nations, and we saw that popularity decline very markedly. It began to make sense to a lot of people to get us out of the United Nations. However, something happened a couple of years ago which has reversed that. I hope and I believe that can be a temporary reversal. I think we can again awaken the American people to see the dangers, but they've been temporarily thrown off. We have something that we have been told is the end of the Cold War, and now the Soviets are our partners, and so we do not have this East-West tension anymore, and so now the United Nations can become an important force that it couldn't before during the Cold War. And we had something happen a couple of years ago that also drastically affected the United Nations, and that was the war for the New World Order. George Bush was able to rally American public support and patriotism behind an effort, a popular effort, against a dictator, Saddam Hussein, in the Middle East. Even though it was American manpower, American money mostly, it was American armaments, American blood, American muscle, with a fig leaf of international support and a UN flag on top. Even though it was all American support, it was the United Nations which was the primary recipient of prestige and public relations from that war. The United Nations stock went up almost to an all-time high, almost 90% again following the Persian Gulf War. I think we can see that again knocked down, and very rapidly, if we will bring to the American people some of the facts I'm going to give you tonight, and which I have put in my book, Global Tyranny. But people say, well, that was George Bush, Mr. New World Order, Mr. United Nations. He tied the New World Order with the United Nations in virtually every every time he mentioned it. As Time magazine said, the United Nations is the foundation of George Bush's New World Order. Indeed, that he has moved on and we have a new president, do we not? What about President Clinton? He promised us change, change, change. Is that not an encouraging thing, particularly with regard to any danger from the United Nations? Unfortunately, no. As the same issue of foreign affairs, the winter issue which I showed you that Boutros-Ghali spoke in, several articles noted that candidate Clinton, at that time, was a stronger supporter of the United Nations than George Bush. He was advocating a much stronger role for the United States in supporting the United Nations in Bosnia and other places around the world. And that is not at all surprising, because like his predecessor George Bush, Bill Clinton is a member of both world government promoting organizations, Council on Foreign Relations and the Trilateral Commission. People ask me, why is that significant? Aren't those some boogeymen that really have no significance in American affairs? I contend that it is impossible to understand the United Nations, our growing involvement in it, and its importance to us today without appreciating the fact that the United Nations was completely the creation of the Council on Foreign Relations, and it is the CFR that constitutes the driving force behind it today. And I think in the first several chapters of my new book that the documentation to support that is extremely convincing. If you go back to who actually drew up the Charter for the United Nations, who were the propagandists for it, going back long before actually the United Nations, even back to the League of Nations following World War I, we see that it was the Council on Foreign Relations over and over again which has promoted and advanced the United Nations at every step. More importantly, though, than that historical note, and that is important, is what is this organization doing today? And I think one of the easiest ways to show the significance today is this recent publication by the Council on Foreign Relations. It's called The United Nations Reborn. It's by Professor George L. Sherry of Occidental University, published by the Council on Foreign Relations. And Professor Sherry tells us this. This is the standard Council on Foreign Relations line. Professor Sherry says, "After all, the UN Charter is the law of the land." After all, according to Professor Sherry and the Council on Foreign Relations, the UN Charter, not the U.S. Constitution, is the law of the land. Now, does that ring true with you? No. I'm glad to hear that, and I would hope that that would be the response of all Americans. However, unfortunately, in our universities, in our law schools, in our state capitals, and in our capital here in Washington, D.C., there are far too many of our elected officials, appointed officials, and people in places, positions of influence and power, who agree with Professor Sherry that it is the United Nations Charter, not the United States Constitution, that is the law of the land. I bring this to your attention, and after I have now, you will see this again and again in newspaper editorials, in columns, when you hear from your senators and your congressmen. This insidious and dangerous and subversive idea has wheedled its way throughout our society. And it threatens to overturn all of our basic institutions. It did not happen overnight. I have a chapter in here entitled Treaties and Treason, which goes into the whole history of how that came about and why that is especially important to us today. The Secretary of State under Dwight Eisenhower, John Foster Dulles, he was a founder of the Council on Foreign Relations. He was a founder of the United Nations. said this in an address to the American Bar Association in 1952. He said, "Treaties make international law, and also they make domestic law. Under our Constitution, treaties become the supreme law of the land. Treaty law can override the Constitution. Treaties, for example, can cut across the rights given the people by their constitutional Bill of Rights." He's saying a treaty passed by a 2/3 majority of the Senate, ratified by the Senate, can wipe out your rights under the Bill of Rights. First of all, he's wrong on several accounts. He says, cut across the rights given the people by their constitutional Bill of Rights. My friends, the Constitution or the Bill of Rights do not give us any rights. They are pieces of paper, they are documents, they do not give us any rights. God gives us rights. We have those inherent, being creatures of God, being created by God. We have rights which are inalienable according to our Declaration of Independence. We are created with inalienable rights. Government is created then by men to protect those rights. The Bill of Rights is simply a delineation, a writing out of some of our basic rights and saying these are some of our most important rights. The government cannot violate those. This is a law, the Constitution is a law to keep the government within its proper bounds. But from John Foster Dulles on up through to Professor Sherry, we see this subversive doctrine being perpetrated in our legal system, in our history books, teaching us, trying to convince us, propagandizing us that treaties can override the Constitution. I won't have time to go into a refutation of all of that. That's why I urge you to read this chapter of the book. It's the only place I know of where you can get all of the information you need to refute that, and you are going to need to do that because your senators are going to tell you that we must subject ourselves to the United Nations because charter and subsequent treaties are superior now to our Constitution. Perhaps they realize, perhaps they do not, that in holding to those positions, they are really violating their oath of the Constitution, to uphold and defend the Constitution. I will just read you one of the many legal opinions of the Founding Fathers, from James Madison, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, John Adams, Alexander Hamilton, and then on up. If people don't want to resort back to the Founding Fathers, if we can't believe in original intent, we come up through the years through Chief Justice Joseph Story, Justice Stephen Fields, quite a number of other legal cases showing that indeed the United States Constitution is superior to any treaty, and as Thomas Jefferson said, by the general power to make treaties, the Constitution must have intended to comprehend only those objects which are usually regulated by treaty and cannot be otherwise regulated. It must have meant to accept out of those rights reserved to the states, for surely the President and the Senate cannot do by treaty what the whole government is interdicted from doing in any way. And as Alexander Hamilton said, on natural principles, a treaty which should manifestly betray or sacrifice primary interests of the state would be null. Any treaty which is in violation of the Constitution is null and void. It does not override our Constitution, contrary to what John Foster Dulles, Professor Sherry, and all of their kind may tell us. Yet they have been able to promulgate this and advance this because of the power, the influence of the organization and affiliated organizations of the Council on Foreign Relations. Arthur Schlesinger Jr., who was himself a member of the CFR, Harvard historian, advisor to President Kennedy, described it as a front organization for the heart of the American establishment. The late Admiral Chester Ward, who was Judge Advocate General of the U.S. Navy, also a member of the Council on Foreign Relations for nearly 2 decades before he left the organization and denounced it as a clique of one world global government ideologists formed for the purpose of promoting disarmament and submergence of U.S. sovereignty and national independence into an all-powerful one world government. Now that's a very severe charge to be made, especially by a man as prominent as Admiral Ward, who had reached some of the highest levels of American government, American military, and who had been on the inside of this organization for many years. He said that the members of the Council on Foreign Relations, whom he was familiar with, had a lust to surrender the national sovereignty of the United States to the United Nations. The Trilateral Commission, founded in 1973 by David Rockefeller, is an outgrowth of the CFR and serves the same one world purpose. Many prominent voices have warned us over the years. Unfortunately, because of the power and influence which these individuals and organizations in the Council on Foreign Relations exert in our media, those voices have been silenced. In a speech to the U.S. Senate on December 15, 1987, Senator Jesse Helms, a speech which I can almost guarantee none of you heard on any of the media outlets or read in any of your newspapers, Senator Helms said this: "The influence of establishment insiders over our foreign policy has become a fact of life in our time. This pervasive influence runs contrary to the real long-term national security of our nation. It is an influence which, if unchecked, could ultimately subvert our constitutional order. These insiders and their cohorts in the media," said Senator Helms, "are engaged in polemics and propaganda in a war on traditional American culture and values. This campaign against the American people is systematic psychological warfare. It is orchestrated by a vast array of interests comprising not only the Eastern establishment, but the radical left." He went on to identify them. He said, "Private organizations such as the Council on Foreign Relations, the Royal Institute of International Affairs, Trilateral Commission, the Aspen Institute, etc., serve to disseminate and coordinate the plans for this so-called New World Order in powerful business, financial, academic, and official circles." That was not the first nor the last time. A decade earlier, in 1979, another U.S. Senator, Senator Barry Goldwater of Arizona, issued a similar warning. This was during the Carter administration. In his book, titled "With No Apologies," Senator Goldwater said this, and it could apply almost perfectly to our situation today during the Clinton administration. Senator Goldwater said, "When we change presidents, it is understood to mean that the voters are ordering a change in national policy. Since 1945, 3 different Republicans have occupied the White House for 16 years, and 4 Democrats have held this most powerful post for 17 years. There has been a great turnover in personnel, but no change in policy. Example, during the Nixon years, Henry Kissinger, a Council on Foreign Relations member, and a Nelson Rockefeller protege, was in charge of foreign policy. When Jimmy Carter was elected, Kissinger was replaced by Zbigniew Brzezinski, a council member, and a David Rockefeller protege. Some change. We can say the same thing with even added emphasis for the Clinton administration." Going further, Senator Goldwater says, "In my view, the Trilateral Commission represents a skillful, coordinated effort to seize control and consolidate the 4 centers of power: political, monetary, intellectual, and ecclesiastical." And indeed, that is the case. As we point out in our special Clinton edition of the New American magazine, we go through the background and history of co-presidents Bill and Hillary, and then we go through the cabinet. In a couple of places I've been criticized on radio programs where I've been on, and people say, "Well, he hasn't even been in office his first 100 days, and already you're picking on the poor president." And I tell them, actually, I have nothing against Mr. Clinton. I identify with him personally. I was like him. I was a college student in 1970. And like him, I was also in Moscow. I was in Moscow, Idaho, at the University of Idaho. He was in Moscow, Moscow. I was attending a university. He was, well, he hasn't exactly said what he was doing, but we know it was something honorable and patriotic. And I know that I have nothing personally against the president. What we are simply pointing out is that when he talks about change, and appointing a cabinet that looks like America, it isn't like any America I am aware of. In fact, it is just like the cabinets we have seen in the past. It is dominated by about 10% of the membership of the Council on Foreign Relations. We see at head of his transition team, and now his Secretary of State, Warren Christopher, an officer, Vice President of the Council on Foreign Relations, member of the Trilateral Commission. Peter Tarnoff, Undersecretary for Political Affairs, the State Department, is the President of the Council on Foreign Relations. Winston Lord, who's Assistant Secretary of State for Asian and Pacific Affairs, is the former President of the Council on Foreign Relations. Secretary of Defense Les Aspin, member of the CFR. Secretary of Treasury Benson, CFR. Secretary of Health and Human Services Donna Shalala, CFR Trilateral Commission. Robert Wright, CFR Trilateral Commission. Henry Cisneros at HUD, CFR Trilateral Commission. Bruce Babbitt, CFR. Roger Altman, CFR. Alice Rivlin, CFR. Well, it gets rather tiresome, but we've seen this, as Senator Goldwater says, one administration after another. Again, in the New American, we had a special, in our special issue here, Counseling Mr. Clinton. We were the only publication I'm aware of that went through the special advice issue of foreign affairs from the Council on Foreign Relations, and told Americans, the vast majority of Americans are not even familiar with that, never see it. We told them what was in it, what the advice was for Mr. Clinton, how it was going to affect them, and we see already Mr. Clinton putting the CFR's advice to work. And one of those things, the main piece of advice given to him was to strengthen and empower the United Nations, not just in Boutros-Ghali's article, but in a number of other articles. He was told that he should increase the United States peacekeeping forces under the United Nations authority. Boutros-Ghali in that article, Empowering the United Nations, said, peacekeeping is a growth industry. Peacekeeping is the most prominent UN activity. He said, peacekeeping is a UN invention. It was not specifically defined in the Charter, but evolved. And again, my friends, that points out the very serious difference between the United States Constitution and the UN Charter, which the CFR tells us has replaced the U.S. Constitution. As Secretary General Boutros-Ghali has pointed out, peacekeeping, which is now its primary function, it's going around the world using its force, as its primary function, was not even specifically given to it in the United Nations Charter. The United Nations Charter is an open-ended document which encourages, rather actually guarantees, that there will be constant encroachments and usurpations of power by the United Nations, and indeed that is what we have seen. All these steady accretions of power, centralization of power in the UN, and it is moving forward. I talk in my book about this document, which came out in June of last year. Most Americans never heard about, certainly not one in 1,000 has seen, An Agenda for Peace by Boutros-Ghali, endorsed by President George Bush on September 21st before the United Nations, in which he said that the United States Army, Air Force, Marines, and Navy would be used to help train and promote the United Nations World Army, and that our military installations would be increasingly used to promote United Nations objectives. In my book also, I go into detail of this important document. Those of you in the military or who have family in the military, who have friends in the military, this will affect you very soon. Because this is this document, which came out over 30 years ago in 1961 under the Kennedy administration, under Dean Rusk, Robert McNamara, both Council on Foreign Relations members. It's titled Freedom from War, the United States Program for General and Complete Disarmament in a Peaceful World, was official U.S. government policy, still is, over 30 years ago, calls for transferring American military to the United Nations in a three-stage program. And I'll read from the last part. In stage 3, progressive controlled disarmament would proceed to a point where no state meaning no nation, meaning including the United States, no state would have the military power to challenge the progressively strengthened UN peace force. Now, in order for that to happen, of course, U.S. military must decline, UN military power must grow, and that is exactly what we see happening now. Calls for transfer, for taking down Americans' military might, for transferring increasing quantities of our military armaments, supplies, personnel to the United Nations. Now, this says to the point where even we would not be able to buck, resist, or in any way challenge United Nations authority. And I contend that all U.S. officials who participated in, promoted, promulgated, or support this official U.S. policy are, by definition, guilty of treason. A serious charge not to be made or taken lightly. But how can it be anything else but? When they take an oath of office, all military officers, all elected officials, appointed officials, they take an oath of office to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States, not the UN Charter. And when they brazenly advocate transferring America's ability to defend itself to a foreign power, which the United Nations certainly is, that is about as open and brazen a violation of that oath of office as one can make. That is where we are headed. I go through quite a number of documents showing even beyond this, that is exactly what our foreign policy formulators, our presidents and their advisors have had in mind. This is a document entitled A World Effectively Controlled by the United Nations. It is an official study done for the U.S. Defense Department, for the Institute, by the Institute for Defense Analysis, by one Professor Lincoln P. Bloomfield, member of the Council on Foreign Relations. And I quote from it extensively in my book. I contend that it is a primary source document which shows beyond a shadow of doubt that if we needed any more, that these individuals in our government who have been calling these foreign policy shots have been intentionally trying to destroy our national sovereignty. I'll read you just a few things from there. The summary at the beginning says, a world effectively controlled by the United Nations is one in which world government would come about through the establishment of supranational institutions characterized by mandatory universal membership and some ability to employ physical force. Effective control would thus entail a preponderance of political power in the hands of a supranational organization rather than in individual national units. The present UN Charter could theoretically be revised in order to erect such an organization equal to the task, thereby codifying a radical rearrangement of power in the world. Indeed, if they wipe out national units and have just one supranational thing, that would indeed be a radical rearrangement of power. And then, this came out in 1962, this report. He refers to this document. He says, here then, referring to freedom from war, is the basis in recent American policy for the notion of a world effectively controlled by the United Nations, with the unmistakable meaning, by whatever name, of world government, sufficiently powerful in any event to enforce its judgments. He goes on to then define each of the words in his title of a world effectively controlled by the United Nations. And he says this, finally, to avoid endless euphemism and evasive verbiage, the contemplated regime will occasionally be referred to unblushingly as world government. He says that because he knows when they're talking to the public that they don't come right out and say, yes, we want world government, we're going to trash the Constitution, we're going to get rid of your Bill of Rights, we're going to have a global tyranny. They never say that. In fact, they deny it. But when they're talking among themselves, he says, let's not engage in all these endless euphemisms. We will not talk about world order or the rule of law or world peace through world law. We're going to talk unblushingly about world government. How are they going to get there? Well, he goes into quite a bit of detail postulating the different ways in which they could gradually bring about world government. And he says, unfortunately, that would take about 200 years, the regular rate we are going. So Professor Bloomfield says, I have suggested that an alternative road may bypass the main path of history, short-circuiting the organic stages of consensus. This relies on grave crisis or war to bring about a sudden transformation in national attitudes sufficient for the purpose. According to this version, the order we examine may be brought into existence as a result of a series of sudden, nasty, and traumatic shocks. He goes on to say, though, however, national disarmament is a condition sine qua non for effective UN control. Without it, without national disarmament, effective UN control is not possible. Well, that's common sense. If you're going to have a global authority with global power, unquestioned power, you have to have absolute power to enforce its fiat, its will. But we see in this and in other documents an admission that indeed they do intend to, the world government, one worlders do intend to have a world government with absolute power, which will mean an end to the United States. I'll just use one other example. And I say this because you're right here in the heart of Washington, D.C. You'll see these senators and congressmen and State Department officials on television regularly. And when they are challenged, because I've done this publicly, challenged senators last year at a New World Order conference in Indianapolis, in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Senator Richard Lugar, member of the Council on Foreign Relations, was speaking there. I asked him, I asked other Council on Foreign Relations members, if indeed their New World Order meant a world government under the United Nations, thereby an end to the United States Constitution. To a man, they all said, no, nobody wants that. Nobody's even contemplating that. So for those of you who need the proof, we have provided it in the book. It's unmistakable. And then we have things like this. This is Transition Magazine, magazine published by the Institute for World Order. Right down here we see former Senator Alan Cranston from my state of California, former head of the United World Federalists, former president of the United World Federalists, and he is asked in here in an interview what he thinks are the prospects for world government. And he says, I believe in the concept of federalism on the world scale, but the more talk about world government, the less chance of achieving it, because that frightens people who would accept the concept of world law, or the concept of a court that adjudicates disputes between nations in an amicable way. What he's saying is, yes, I believe in world government, but let's not talk about it. That scares people because it's too open and too honest. We have to be deceptive. We're going to use terms like Professor Bloomfield said, of world peace through world law, things that do not sound so threatening. However, if we should allow the transfer of American authority, American might, American military power to the United Nations, we would certainly see it used against us. I can guarantee you that. One need only look at the United Nations today, almost 190 nations, the vast majority of which are still Marxist, socialist, communist, or other kind of dictatorship, hostile toward not only the United States, but the very principles on which we are based. And we see that they are constantly attacking us. And even those who are supposedly our friends view us as the threat to world peace. Yes, last year I attended the Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro, and I saw down there over and over again the United States was the target. We were the target. All those who want to put their hands in our pockets and take our tax dollars were viewed as the big, rich, exploitive country that all would like to be able to siphon money off of. And of course, the head of that conference was one Maury Strong, who called the United States right before the Earth Summit the greatest threat to the world's ecological health. Maury Strong said, and I quote, "In effect, the United States is committing environmental aggression against the rest of the world. At the environmental level, the United States is clearly the greatest risk." Just rhetorical bombast? No. Very significant. Because something else that happened last year, which not 1 in 1,000 Americans knows, is that last year the United Nations changed its definition of threats to peace. It used to be, before the United Nations could send out its peacekeeping troops, there had to be a threat to peace. That was some neighbor attacking its neighbor militarily. Not anymore. Now, threat to peace has been redefined to include ecological, economic, and social instability. So you see the United States, which Mr. Strong says is the world's leading aggressor against the environment, is promoting environmental, ecological instability. We had a special issue of the New American Magazine just devoted to the environment, the Resilient Earth issue, dealing with the Earth Summit and things of that nature, all of the so-called global warming and ozone depletion and all of these various crises which we are told justify now the United Nations coming in and regulating our lives, taking police powers, or as CNN says, becoming our planetary police. Of also concern is a new treaty on children, the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child. Have global big brother, global big mother looking down on us, telling us how to raise our children, giving our children the right to, encouraging our children to sue their parents, to divorce their parents if they don't like the way they're being raised. And we see that now being promoted on the television with a number of movies and a number of programs that just come up this week. And this takes on added significance and importance when we consider that first person co-president Hillary Rodham was the head of the Children's Defense Fund and one of the leading advocates of this kind of legal doctrine. That will be coming before the U.S. Senate. So what does all of this mean to us? I've only had a short time to outline some of the problems for you thus far. And again, we've just scratched the surface. But I hope you can see that the United Nations, far from the mythological, wonderful, world peace promoting organization that we've been led to believe it is to the contrary, what those who promote it hope will become a global tyranny. But I do not want to leave on that note. I want to let you know what we can do about it. Because I am not depressed about this. I am not despondent. I'm not one who is given to despair. I do not have a fatalist attitude. I was on a radio show yesterday, a huge radio show in Philadelphia, and the host said, "Mr. Jasper's book on global tyranny tells us how the United Nations is going to become a world dictatorship over us." I said, no, that's not what it is about. I said, that is what those who are promoting it plan for it to do. I do not believe that it will, I do not have a fatalist attitude that it will become that unless we do nothing. What can we do? First of all, we must inform ourselves and inform others. There are still far too many Americans, too many of your friends and neighbors and family members who are looking to the United Nations for salvation. They think the United Nations is going to save us from the environmental destruction, from overpopulation, from all these trouble spots around the world, all this instability, my friends, the United Nations is not going to save us. The United Nations, as I point out, any organization, any government big enough to enforce world peace is big enough and powerful enough to enforce world slavery. And all the history of the human race, all the history of political science and governments show that to be the case. As Lord Acton said, power tends to corrupt. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. An absolutist global government would be an absolutist corrupt global government. So first of all, if you haven't already gotten a copy of Global Tyranny, this is a place to start. I think we have compiled here the most important collection of information that you can put to use on that. And if you haven't gotten a copy, or for those who might be watching this on video, if you don't have an easy access to it, we have an 800 number, 1-800, easy to remember here, CFR plot. It was just a roll of the dice and it turned out that way. 1-800 CFR plot, and you can get a copy of Global Tyranny, step by step. And then start getting the information in it out to your friends, neighbors, right to your, every member of Congress has received a copy. A number of them have already said they're reading it. If you haven't already written to your congressman, your senator, write to them, ask them to read it, and tell them you'd like to hear their opinion on it. We are going to have a number of UN treaties coming before the U.S. Senate. And last year, the UN Convention on Civil and Political Rights passed without really any opposition. They were able to rush it through very quickly, and we found that it passed with almost no debate, nothing to even let American people know that it was coming up for a vote. So you need to write in advance and tell your senators that you want them to vote against any United Nations treaty, any United Nations treaties coming up before them. You do that now as a preemptive measure, and then when it comes up, when you're notified through the New American or through John Birch Society Bulletin or other publications that a UN treaty is coming up, you need to get on it immediately and get your friends and other organized efforts going to stop that. When the UN Treaty and Convention on the Rights of the Child comes up, you better go to work, get an army of people in your churches and your schools and whatnot busy working against that. You can be sure the other side is already doing it. I showed you the petitions from the World Federalist Association, from the World Constitution Parliament Association. These people are working to undermine our country. Do we not have equal fervor, equal desire to protect it? We certainly should. So start getting that pressure going on your senators and start educating them. Photocopy articles out of the New American and send it to them on these important issues. We must let our congressmen, the president, all of our public officials know that we will allow no U.S. troops, no U.S. armaments, no U.S. armed forces to be transferred from a sovereign United States to a global United Nations army. No troops, no U.S. troops transferred to the UN. We better get to work on that. They're already doing it. When a young man or woman signs up to serve the United States Armed Forces, they take an oath of office also to uphold and defend the Constitution. They are United States citizens. We owe it to them to protect them as United States citizens, not to have them abused or misused serving the New World Order. We must stop U.S. funding to the United Nations. That means primarily going to work on the U.S. House of Representatives, on our congressmen, because it is Congress, under our U.S. Constitution, and particularly the House of Representatives, which controls the purse strings. And that is why the John Birch Society started a number of years ago our TRIM program. TRIM stands for Tax Reform Immediately. We have TRIM committees now established and TRIM bulletins like this put out in all 435 congressional districts. These are not partisan. They simply look at the congressman in this congressional. This particular bulletin is on foreign aid. It tells taxpayers about foreign aid issues, how much foreign aid is going to various countries, how much it's costing them. More articles about that on the inside. Important information. But then the main part of the TRIM bulletin, the main service of the TRIM bulletin is to show the people in their particular district how their congressman is voting on these important issues that affect their pocketbook, that affect their constitutional rights, that are driving us into debt. These issues here are listed. They give the name of the bill number, when it was voted on, how their congressman voted. Did he vote on this side for less taxes and lower government, or did he do like Congressman James Moran, higher taxes and higher, bigger government? Now, we've had very good success with this in many different districts. And we're not a political organization. This is not a political hit piece. We do it on all 435 districts. This is an educational public service to the taxpayers, to the voters. We don't try to make certain congressmen look good and others look bad. Their own records do that. If they are constitutionalists and they vote according to the Constitution, they will automatically look good. If they are voting to sell us down the river, they're automatically going to look bad. And so we simply put their voting record out there, the voting record that should be reported in the newspapers. You can get all the details you want about every inconsequential kind of thing in the newspapers, whether it's the horse races or the batting averages or anything. You get minute details about all of those things, but when it comes to how your congressman is spending your money, how he's taxing you, you can't find it in the newspapers anywhere. Here we're providing it to them. And we've found in those districts where we get these out in sizable numbers, we're talking about in the tens of thousands, we put this out 4 times a year, not just during an election year, year-round, year in, year out. It's a constant educational process. When we do that, we find that we can have a difference. And in those congressional districts where we've done it, we found that we've been able to change those districts from the big spenders, liberals, socialists, whether they're Republicans or Democrats, to a good constitutionalist in the House. And that is a worthwhile effort which is going to help us achieve some of these projects like stopping funding for the United Nations. If we can cut off funding for the United Nations will fold. If we cut off funding for the United Nations and all its affiliate organizations like the World Bank, International Monetary Fund, World Agricultural Organization, World Health Organization, they will fold. They will no longer present a threat to the United States. Finally, the John Birch Society, as I said, for 30 years has been warning about this danger from the United Nations. As I said, we launched a program to get us out some 30 years ago. And so we urge all of you, if you're not already members of the Birch Society, to talk to some of the people here who invited you. Find out how you can join the society, how you can get involved in helping us. The thing I'm encouraged about, I've been traveling around the country doing this, and I see now, as I said, people coming out, becoming enthusiastic, getting involved in this because they can see, they can project the lines of where we are, where we're headed. They can see where it is going to take us, and people don't like it. And we're seeing conversions of liberals who are supporting this. I was just up in Connecticut, and a couple of talk show hosts, one who is he says, the last time I voted it was for George McGovern. And he said, I haven't voted since. I said, well, that's good. We didn't want you voting this year. He said, but he was still liberal. And a couple of years ago, he was making fun of all this stuff about New World Order and conspiracy and Trilateral Commission. He was making fun over the airwaves about these people who believe in these boogeymen, about some kind of New World Order plot. He read The Shadows of Power by James Perloff last year. Then he read this, and he was so excited when he had me on the program a couple of days ago, that he was, we went on for an hour and then an hour and a half, and then it was time for the program to be over. But he told all of the people over the air, he said, you've got to get this book. He said, Mr. Jasper's going to be speaking tonight in town. They'd never had a speaker program there in town before, and they had it at the library. And he said, I'm going to be there to introduce Mr. Jasper, and I want you to all come out. And they all came out. They had a larger crowd than this here. It was standing room only all the way around. Most of the people had never heard about this stuff before. They sold all the books out, and I mean, they got things rolling in that town. The congressmen and senators in that town are going to know that, in that state, are going to know that something hit them, because we just came right from there. Before we went there, we were in Waterbury, Connecticut, and the same thing there. And then I went on a show in Baltimore, one of the big stations there. A gal who had me on, some of you may listen to her program, but she told me, she said, well, I never thought that I would have a spokesman for the John Birch Society on. She says, I'm a liberal, New York, Jewish, feminist, New Age. She listed about 5 other things. She said, and I don't agree with your environmentalist. She said, I don't agree with your stand on the environment, but I like everything else in the book, and I have to say I'm very impressed, that I'm convinced that this is a danger to our country. She had me on for an hour and a half, and we were seeing this happen all across the country. So I wanted to leave you with that we are moving ahead. We are making great strides, but it's a time factor. There's a critical mass of people that are needed to accomplish any purpose, and that critical mass is not there yet. We're asking you to join in the effort, become part of this movement to take back our country, to get us out of the United Nations, and to restore the United States to American constitutional government. Thank you.